Hi Stokies, it's Craig here from the Bear Pit TV, and this is my preferred 11 for the game against Liverpool on the 27th of December. So coming off the back of that Leicester 2-2 draw, I'm still in absolute shock, horror and disappointment to how we mucked that up. It was an absolutely disgraceful result, having been 2-0 up on the 75th minute against 10 men. So I'm going to try not to dwell on that too much. It's a really difficult time to pick a Stoke first 11 at the moment, because I mean it chops and changes all the time. It's so difficult to vaguely predict what Mark Hughes and the management team might pick. So Liverpool at the moment, they're obviously flying. They beat Everton in the last minute the other week. Middlesbrough 3-0 before that. They did draw with West Ham 2-2 a few weeks ago, and they looked a little bit dodgy at the back. That's where their weaknesses appear to be. But we know this is going to be an extremely difficult fixture, and I will give my right hand now for a point at Anfield. We've not fared that great at Anfield since we've been in the Prem. I think off the top of my head we've drawn 2 games there, losing the rest. But you never know, it could be a Christmas miracle. We might actually get something. When I was picking my first 11, I wanted to get players in there that will work and defend, because it's going to be such a difficult game. I feel that if we have too many flair players, we lose a lot of that work ethos, which we really need. And specifically, I get the impression, I'm more and more coming to the conclusion, that Shaq and Bojan in the same team just doesn't work. I don't think there's enough urgency from a kind of a work rate point of view for these two players. So if they're in the same team, it doesn't quite work. So my team, based on them factors, is Grant in there. This, of course, could be Grant's last game for Stoke if we don't sort a deal out in January. I mean, the way the press is speculating, it doesn't look like we're going at the moment, but fingers crossed we do, because he's obviously been excellent for Stoke. The back is going to be Johnson at right back, Ryan Shawcross, Martin Zindi, and then Peters. Quite a standard, straightforward back four for Stoke there. 3 in the middle then. I'm going to have Whelan as defensive midfielder, because he has to play there. Next to him, I was considering Bula, I was considering Adam, but because we're at Anfield, Liverpool away, I think a player that should be starting at the moment, because he was in decent form before a minor injury niggle, I think, but Muniesa should come back in. I couldn't think of a better player to help shore up that midfield positions against Liverpool. So Muniesa and Whelan right in the middle. Then in front of them, Joe Allen. Of course, that's his best position. It's just off the strikers. The front three, I've gone for Bojan on the right, in that kind of right wing / floating striker position. John Walters on the other wing, then Juve in the middle. And I can imagine already, if I'm going to get any stick, it'll be for the fact that John Walters is playing. But I've said at the start of the video, we need players that will absolutely run their bollocks off. John Walters is clearly one of them. I think on the wing he will offer decent support, because let's face it, if we're playing 4-3-3, there's going to be a lot of space down either flank, and John Walters, we know, will really put a shift in up and down that flank. In the middle, Juve, who I think has been playing very well at the moment. I appreciate he's been playing well in more of a wing-back sort of capacity, but one thing he will give you is pace. And let's face it, we're going to be backed against the wall, Liverpool away. So if we've got Juve to potentially play off with that pace and that work rate, it'll give us a slight outlet. Let us know what you reckon to that first 11. I sense already I'm going to get a bit of stick for having Walters. I might get a bit of stick for not playing Shaq, but I still don't think Shaq should be recalled yet. He was playing very poor in the past month or so. And Bojan played quite well against Leicester. He did fade a little bit. I think he needs to put a little bit more work in. But he was very good first half and bits in the second half. So I'll recap the team. It's 4-3-3. Grant in net. Johnson right back. Ryan Shawcross. Martin Zindi. Peters. Midfield, I've gone for Whelan and Muniesa. And Allen just in front of them. Then a front three of Bojan on the right, Juve in the middle, and John Walters on the left. Drop us a comment, let me know what you reckon to that first 11, let me know where I've gone right, where I've gone wrong, give us a like, and we'll see you at Liverpool on the 27th of December.